Today I will be reacting to my 5-star prediction videos. I have 2 of them. Let's jump into it. So I have 2 5-star prediction videos that I put up in 2019. One was in August, one was in March. So we're going to go over what I think I was going to 5-star in 2019. So I'm going to take all of the books from the 2 videos. I think I have 10 books on each video, so 20 books in total. And we're going to see what I thought I was going to love. We're going to start with March. I have pulled all of the books that I could find, but honestly, some stuff, my shelves are a mess. I'm going to do what I can here, guys. We're going to start off with my March books, and the very first book that I talked about, I have my ratings. I'm prepared this time. The first book that I mentioned in March was Middle Game by Shauna McGuire. This was an arc that I had. I tabbed it, I read it, I enjoyed it. I did not 5-star it. This was I believe I've rated it 3-star. It's probably a 4-star, but I didn't love it as much as I thought I was going to. I do still have this on Goodreads as a 3-star. Probably more of a 4, but definitely not a 5. That one was a miss. Then we moved on to The Lost Coast by Amy Rose Capetto, which I don't know where it is. I usually have all of my arcs in a specific location, and it was an arc. I can't find it. I know I have it. It's over there somewhere, buried. That one was a 4-star read. Unfortunately, also not a 5-star book, but a one that I really did enjoy, and I actually read it while I was out in California, so it does follow like a California redwoods, like West Coast vibe, and it was really great to read it on that trip and just have that memory, and I did really enjoy it, but it was not a 5-star read for me. Next up, I actually talked about Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I do have the arc, which is the one that I read and tabbed and annotated and loved on, but I do have finished copies as well, and I loved this book. I really, really did. I think that this one is phenomenal. I think it's also probably not that bad of a starter fantasy, but I liked the romance. I liked the main character. I liked the diversity. I love Silas as a side character. I want him to have his own like full series. Absolutely amazing. But I 4-starred this. I did not 5-star it. I don't think it was perfection, but I think it was really damn good. Like, I really enjoyed it, but there was just something a little bit off for me. But I love Enchantment of Ravens. I love Sorcery of Thorns. I will read anything that Margaret Rogerson writes. There was just something keeping it from like that 5-star perfection for me. And to be honest, I don't have a ton of 5-star books this year. For whatever reason, I started getting like really hypercritical of my rating system, but I really, really do love it. Then I got into Chainbreaker by Tara Sim, and this one is tabbed up because I just finished this. I am currently in the midst of Fantasy-a-thon as I film this, and I finished it. Unfortunately, it was not a 5-star read. Timekeeper was. This one was a 4-star read. I'll talk more about it in that wrap-up for Fantasy-a-thon. And I feel bad because a lot of this book takes place in India. A lot of it centers around a British-Indian revolution, a war, a conflict of cultures, and it's very historical. And I believe that Tara Sim says in the back, in the acknowledgements and in her notes, that she's actually half Indian, and that this was kind of like a love letter for, I believe, her father's side of the family and experiencing her own culture in a new way. And I appreciate that. I don't know, there was something about the first book that didn't translate or follow into this one, aspects of it missing that didn't quite catch the way that I wanted it to. I'm really hoping the third book really brings it home, but it was still a 4-star read. I still really enjoyed it. It just wasn't a 5-star. We're batting a big old goose egg. Then we went into This Song Will Save Your Life by Lila Sales, which is somewhere in my shelves. I can't find it. Unfortunately, that was a 3-star read for me. It was not as great as I wanted it to be. It was still good. It was a good look at mental health. It was an interesting take on club culture, but it wasn't a home run, so that was a 3-star book for me. Starfish by Kemi Dawn Bowman, which I thought I was going to 5-star and absolutely love, and I might when I read it, but I still have not read this. So this is one that made it onto my must-read for 2020, my 20 books to read, backlist books to read in 2020. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in a card up above and down below, but I say that and then I never link shit. I'm sorry. It's one of my more recent like 12 days giveaway videos, but I have not read it yet, so I have no idea. I could 5-star it. I still think I might. And another one that I might very well 5-star, but just don't know because I haven't read it yet, is Autobiography by Christina Lauren, which again, I think is one of my turned around books. I really don't know. But this one, it's a queer novel following a male-male relationship. A boy who had been out moves to a new town, kind of goes back into the closet because he just wants to start over without everybody knowing all of his, you know, all his business. And then meets somebody, I believe it's like a really religious town, and he's just not sure if he should come out again. So I might love it, I might 5-star it, but I have no clue because I haven't read it yet. The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. Emery Lord's an author that I've had like hit or miss reading from. I didn't love The Names They Gave Us, but The Start of Me and You I did really enjoy, and this one I 4-starred. Wasn't perfect, didn't 5-star it, didn't blow me away, but I did enjoy it. It was cute. I have the sequel, The Map from Here to There, From Here to You, From There to You, one of them. I haven't read it yet. I believe that comes out in January, but I did enjoy this. It was a 4-star read. So far, no 5-star reads. This list, I think I actually only had 9 books on the first video. So the last book that I mentioned was Beartown by Frederick Bachman. And if you did not see my most recent international giveaway video, I talk about this, I rave about this. I absolutely freaking love it. It is a 5-star book. So of all the 9 books, I didn't read 2. So of the 7 that I did read, I oscillated between 3 and 4 stars, with the exception of this, which was a 5-star. If I could give it 7, I would. And there was no DNFs, there was no 2 stars, there was no like, oh my god, I hated it, what was I thinking? 3s are completely normal, average reads. 4s are still exceptional, but this blew everything I read this year, pretty much, out of the water for a backlist title. The end of the year videos will be coming later. I'm not getting into those just yet, but holy crap, guys. 5-star book. So not a bad start. Then we had my August. So from March to August, we've got, you know, a considerable amount of time. I should have read all the books on the first list. We're good to go. We'll see about that. So first up, we had Beartown, which I had still not read. You guys know how I feel about it now. I love it. So that one was a 5-star read. Imagine Us Happy, and I just have the dust jacket because the book is definitely one of the white spines that I have back here. And I have not read this yet. It is one that I do still want to read. This one is a POC author, a POC main character, and it does follow mental health representation as well. I haven't heard anybody really talk about this after it came out, but it is still one that's on my radar. I have no idea if I will 5-star it or not because I haven't read it, but so far, a 5-star, and I haven't read it. Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson is up here somewhere. I did not get to that. I don't think I read any Sanderson this year, and I'm sorry. I do want to. I want to get to Warbreaker, and I want to get to Skyward and Starsight. Just haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know. I might still 5-star it. Then we had Blood Magic by Tessa Gratton, and this is one that I still haven't gotten to. It was tentatively on a few TBRs this year, and I just never got around to it. I still desperately want to. This one is a YA witchy tale. I believe it has a love interest with a neighbor. I don't anticipate it being like prime amazingness, but I love Tessa Gratton's Strange Grace, and I know that this is one of her earlier works, but I do think I will enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to like 2-star or DNF it. I don't know at this point if I would still classify it as a 5-star, but I anticipate really enjoying it. Then let's get into one that I did read, shall we? I read The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. I got this lovely poopy color Barnes & Noble exclusive book, and I really, really enjoyed it. For a debut novel, I thought it was phenomenal. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the setting. I enjoyed that the setting was a character. I thought it was a really cool, witchy, eerie tale, and I 4-starred it. It was not a 5-star read, but I did really enjoy it still. I actually enjoyed it enough that I ordered the Waterstones edition that has like crows like stamped along the pages, and it's like red, and it will match the rest of my shades of magic. Like all of Schwab's books tend to be like red and black themed, red, white, black, grays. And this one just didn't match. I actually bought another copy of it. I don't know why, but that's a thing that I've done now. So it was a 4-star read. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was phenomenal for a debut. And there's that. Then we repeat and we go back to Chainbreaker by Tara Sim, which I just talked about. So 4-starred this one. Did really enjoy it. Was kind of like middle book syndrome. I'm excited to see what book 3 does. I repeated Beartown and Chainbreaker on that list. Record of a Spaceborne Few, because I freaking love the Wayfarer books. I love the way that Becky Chambers writes diverse characters, and I love the way that she writes species and connectivity and families and found families. I just really adore her writing. And this one, I don't know if I will 5-star or not, because I am currently reading this for Fantasy-a-thon right now. I'm on page 215, so I am solidly, you know, I'm past the halfway mark, but I don't know if it will be a 5-star book. Right now, I am loving it. I don't anticipate it being like a flop. I don't know yet how it's going to play out in the 4-star, 5-star range, but I am really, really liking it. I think I just need to get over the fact that my characters from the first book are just, I mean, not really in this. I just want my babies from my first book, but it's okay. I really am enjoying it. I love it. She does masterfully crafting relationships and communities and worlds, and she's very diverse and very sex positive. I just really enjoy her work. So, so far so good. I am anticipating somewhere between a 4 and a 5. I just don't know where it's going to fall yet. A book that I did not get to, Parasite by Myra Grant. I am determined in 2020 to read the backlist of a few different authors. Mainly Myra Grant, Shauna Maguire. I want to read the backlist of all of her work. And I also want to read the backlist of all Frederick Bachman's books, but I did not get to this yet. It is on my 2020 must-reads, so hopefully soon. This one I believe is like a medical thriller, but it's also like a zombie apocalypse medical thriller, which apparently I could be down for, because that's kind of what like This Mortal Coil was too, and I really enjoyed that. So I have a feeling I'm going to like it. I love Myra Grant's brain. It scares me, but I love it. And then we actually had This Mortal Coil by Emily Subata, which I 4-starred. I thought it was a fantastic, really cool look at like a zombie apocalypse, at medical thrillers, at like a little bit of like a psychological study as well. This follows the world after a zombie strain has hit, and there's a cure, but it's not really being released worldwide, and there are some political schemings, a lot of like psychological fuckery, some superpower kind of things going on, a lot of genetic engineering, and I really enjoyed it. So really good, 4-starred. The last book was actually a Myra Grant book, and that was Alien Echo, which again is somewhere on there. That is a space book, and she actually talked about it in one of her Instagram lives that I saw recently, and it's based off of a world that she's written in before, or other people have written in, and she expanded upon, and I have no idea what that world is, but I did not love that book. I 3-starred it. I really wanted to. I expected to really, really love it, and I didn't. So I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it the way I anticipated loving a Myra Grant, Shauna Maguire book, and so it was a 3-star read. Again, that's the last one. That's all 10. Of the 10, I didn't read 4 of them. One of them I'm currently reading, so I only actually finished 5 of them, and Beartown was the only 5-star, and then I had 3 4-star and 1 3-star. So out of all of them, let's see, I had 3 3-star books, which is not bad. I had 7 4-star books, which is phenomenal. And then the 1 5-star book, which was Beartown. We were dead right on that one. But other than that, it was all kind of a range of 3 and 4, mainly 4. So like, not bad. I think that that's really, really great for my own predictions. And I didn't DNF anything. There's just still a couple things I haven't gotten to. I have 6 books that I did not read at all. I think that all in all, like statistics wise, I did really well. I did repeat a couple of books, so like Chainbreaker and Beartown having been read kind of upped my ratios because it was on both lists and I actually read both of them. What are you gonna do? So that is it for this check-in. Let's go to Giveaway Julie. It is Giveaway Julie here with the last of my 12 days of giveaways. It is Christmas Eve, I believe, at the time you're seeing this. I will have a bonus giveaway tomorrow on Christmas, so stay tuned. But this is the official end of the 12 days of giveaways. And I will be giving away How Fires End. It is by Marco Rafala, and this one is a historical fiction adult novel. I wanted to try to throw in different kinds of books in this particular giveaway so that if you weren't necessarily a YA fantasy reader, you could still find some other books that you could read, which is why there's Scattered Life Chloe Brown and things like this one. So this is How Fires End. Like I said, it is a dark secret born out of World War II that lies at the heart of a Sicilian American family in this emotional sweeping saga of guilt, revenge, and ultimately of redemption. After a soldier vacates a Sicilian hillside town in the summer of 43, the locals celebrate an American-born son who learns too late the price the son pays for the father's wars. So it is a generational story. It does have some World War II aspects. I think this one is a really cool one, and this one is one that is signed as well, or rather it has a signed book plate and it has some swag. It has some bookmarks from a bookmark and then a postcard from where the town is in Italy, I believe. So you will get those as well as the book if you want to enter for the American US only giveaway for this particular item. And then we also have this really cool pillowcase that is a I'd rather die in adventure than die standing still, V.E. Schwab. This is a Shades of Magic pillowcase. We have a hot air balloon with a skull and crossbone underneath of it. We have an anchor down below, down here with a lighthouse. You can get a pillowcase. This was an Owl Crate item, and they are exclusively made for Owl Crate, so I don't think that you can get this elsewhere. But if you're into the Shades of Magic series or Victoria Schwab, you can get that really cool pillowcase that I thought actually went along with the color scheme of this book. So the book and the pillowcase are for my American friends, and for the last days of the 12 days of giveaways, just like the first, we will have an international one as well. So if you're international, you can also join for a book from Book Depository. As long as Book Depository ships to your country, you can enter. So down below, what you need to do, the same as every other video, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it, you have to be subscribed to my channel. Your subscriptions need to be public so I can double check that you're actually subscribed to me. And then you need to leave me a comment down below letting me know if you're US or international. If you are international, let me know where you're watching from just because I'm curious. And then also give me a way to get in touch with you, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, email, some way that I can contact you if you win. So US or international, where you're watching me from, and then a way to get in touch with you, be subscribed. That's all you need to do. So we will have a US and an international for this one, and then there will also be a bonus giveaway tomorrow because I had another book and some other swag I wanted to share with you. So stay tuned. It will not be the end. But that is it for now. Back to Prior Julie. Now that Giveaway Julie is done with her spiel, we're going to wrap this video up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in my 12 days of giveaways. I love you guys so much. Let me know how you did with your 5-star predictions this year. Did you do 5-star predictions? Were any of them like dead on? I want to know down in the comments down below. And all of my social media links and all of the giveaway details will be listed down below as well. That's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye, guys. And I should have fucking pulled up the ratings on these. Fuck. Shit. Damn it.